Begin your journey of empowerment with a deep breath. Center yourself as you prepare to navigate the profound laws of power, each law offering a unique insight to guide you towards personal mastery and strategic brilliance. If the world is like a giant scheming court and we're trapped inside it, there is no use trying to opt out of the game. That will only render you powerless, and powerlessness will make you miserable. Robert Greene teaches us in his exploration of power dynamics. Instead of struggling against the inevitable, instead of whining, arguing, and feeling guilty, it is far better to excel at power. In fact, the better you are at dealing with power, the better friend, lover, husband, and person you become. To be a master player, you must also be a master psychologist. You must recognize motivations and see through the cloud of dust with which people surround their actions. Understanding people's hidden motives is the single greatest piece of knowledge you can have in acquiring power. Today, let each breath draw you deeper into the heart of power, where understanding and influence converge. The most important skill and foundation of power is the ability to master your emotions. An emotional response to a situation is the single greatest barrier to power, a mistake that will cost you a lot more than any temporary satisfaction you might gain by expressing your feelings. As you navigate through the complexities of each law, harness this foundational skill of emotional mastery, ensuring that your responses are measured and strategic, amplifying your power and control over any situation. Never outshine the master. Courtiers would work silently and secretly against any among them who used force. This was the courtier's dilemma. By appearing the very paragon of elegance, they had to outwit and thwart their opponents in the subtlest of ways. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. With each exhale, enhance your indispensability, cleverly securing your position with subtlety and effectiveness. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be wary of friends. They will betray you quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Learn to use enemies as friends. They will be more loyal, for they have more to prove. As you reflect on this wisdom, visualize a scenario where you transform an adversary into a steadfast ally. Feel the loyalty that comes not from past camaraderie, but from the desire to prove worth and gratitude. This strategy not only fortifies your position, but also keeps you vigilant and prepared, turning potential threats into pillars of support. Conceal your intentions. If you can master the arts of indirection, learning to seduce, charm, deceive and subtly outmaneuver your opponents, you will obtain the heights of power. You will be able to make people bend to your will without their realizing what you have done. And if they do not realize what you have done, they will neither resent nor resist you. See yourself as a strategist in an ancient game, each move shrouded in mystery. By masking your intentions, you keep others off balance. Draw in the power of secrecy letting it strengthen your position as you move stealthily towards your goal. Always say less than necessary. The human tongue is a beast that few can master. It strains constantly to break out of its cage. If it is not tamed, it will run wild and cause you grief. Picture a serene pond where your words ripple through stillness. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Power cannot accrue to those who squander their treasure of words. It is more damaging for a master to say foolish things than it is for him to do them. Embrace the strength found in silence, choosing your words with precision to command respect. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Envision weaving a vibrant tapestry. Each thread a crucial aspect of your reputation. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Inhale the essence of integrity, crafting a persona that precedes and amplifies your influence. Court attention at all costs. Stand center stage. Each spotlight an opportunity to radiate confidence. Visibility must never be left to chance. It is the single most important aspect of power. Let the energy of visibility empower you, setting you apart and ensuring your memorable presence. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. See yourself orchestrating a symphony, where each musician's note contributes to your success. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Feel the harmony of collective effort as you lead. The accolades are yours to claim. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Envision drawing seekers into a labyrinth with your wisdom at its center. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. Feel the power of attraction, maintaining composure as others are drawn to your influence. Win through your actions, never through argument. Imagine cultivating a garden, each action nurturing growth more effectively than any argument could. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. Let the fruits of your labor showcase your capabilities, earning respect silently. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases on him. You may feel that you're helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. Humans are extremely susceptible to the moods, emotions, and even the ways of thinking of those with whom they spend their time. Learn to keep people dependent on you. By following the route of the perfect courtier, you learn to make others feel better about themselves, becoming a source of pleasure to them. They will grow dependent upon your abilities and desire of your presence. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. See each interaction as a strategic exchange, appealing to self-interest over mercy. The best way to ask for help is to appeal to people's self-interest, never their mercy or gratitude. Not only is a man not obliged to be grateful, gratitude is often a terrible burden that he gladly discards. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Pose as a friend, but work as a spy. Gather valuable insights discreetly, using your affable nature as a cover for your investigative pursuits. Instead of using coercion and outright treachery, the perfect courtier got his way through seduction, charm, deception, and subtle strategy, always planning several moves ahead. Lure people in with your shyness. It's all the better to pounce on them later. Crush your enemy. Totally. In a strategic game, envision yourself securing a total victory. Crush your enemy totally. Approach conflicts with thorough resolution, leaving no threat to resurface against you. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Only generous souls will obtain greatness. Associate with the generous then. They will infect you, opening up everything that is tight and restricted in you. Never associate with those who share your defects. They will reinforce everything that holds you back. Only create associations with positive infinities. Make this a rule of life, and you will benefit more than from all therapy in the world. There is nothing to be gained by those who infect you with their misery. There is only power and good fortune to be obtained by associating with the fortunate. Ignore this at your peril. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Imagine your presence as a rare artwork, its scarcity increasing its value. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. Manage your visibility like a precious commodity, enhancing your worth through strategic absences. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Conduct yourself as a chess player with unpredictable moves. Be deliberately unpredictable. Maintain control by keeping others reactive, unsure of your next move, ensuring your strategic advantage. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Build bridges instead of walls, connecting openly with the world. Isolation is dangerous, more dangerous than any risk you might face in the world outside. Strengthen your position through expansive networks, avoiding the vulnerability of isolation. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. At a masquerade ball, observe the masks of interaction, each hiding real intentions. Never assume that the person you are dealing with is weaker or less important than you are. Navigate each encounter with tactical grace, respecting the hidden depths of those you meet. Do not commit to anyone. Fly above a landscape of endless opportunities, free and unbound. It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. Value your independence, engaging with others on terms that favor your strategic goals. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. In a game of strategy, feign simplicity, letting opponents underestimate you. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick then is to make your victims feel smart. Exploit their overconfidence as your stealth advantage, securing victories unseen. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. In confrontation, choose strategic surrender, turning apparent defeat into advantage. Transform weakness into power. When you are weaker, never fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Manipulate perceptions, converting surrender into a setup for future triumphs. Concentrate your forces. Focus your energies like a beam of light through a lens, targeted and intense. Conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. Channel your resources for maximum impact, overpowering challenges with focused might. Play the perfect courtier. Navigate the court with grace and tactical acumen. Every interaction a step in a dance of power. The perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around power and political dexterity. Move with calculated charm, advancing your influence through careful maneuvering. The successful courtier learned over time to make all of his moves indirect. If he stabbed an opponent in the back, it was with a velvet glove on his hand and the sweetest of smiles on his face. Recreate yourself. Stand before a blank canvas, ready to paint your new persona. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. Shape your identity with deliberate strokes, crafting a presence that captivates and commands. Keep your hands clean. Navigate complex situations like a maze. Your involvement flawless and untraceable. Use others as scapegoats to disguise your involvement. Master the art of indirect action, maintaining a pristine image while orchestrating outcomes from the shadows. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Lead as a charismatic figure at the center of a devoted crowd. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Draw on the power of belief to forge a path of leadership and legacy. Enter action with boldness. If you are unsure a course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitation will infect your execution. Timidity is dangerous. Better to enter with boldness. Any mistakes you commit through audacity are easily corrected through more audacity. Everyone admires the bold. No one honors the timid. Plan all the way to the end. Most men are driven by the heart, not the head. Their plans are vague, and when they meet obstacles, they improvise. Improvisation will only bring you as far as the next crisis. Is never a substitute for thinking several steps ahead and planning till the end. Never begin anything until you have reflected what will be the end of it. Don't have a dream of glory and wealth with a vague plan of reaching it. The ultimate sin in power is going part way, leaving the door open for others to take over. A real man of power would have the prudence to see the dangers in the distance, the rivals who would want to share in the conquest, the vultures that would hover once they heard the word gold. A man of power would scheme to kill or imprison them. What good is it to have the greatest dream in the world if others reap the benefit and the glory? Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. You can generate awe in others and seem powerful. People admire those who perform seemingly impossible feats, especially when they make it look easy. Your actions must seem natural and executed with ease. All the toil and practice that go into them, and also all the clever tricks, must be concealed. When you act effortlessly, as if you could do much more. Avoid the temptation of revealing how hard you work. It only raises questions. Teach no one your tricks, or they will be used against you. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Deal the game of life from a deck you've stacked, guiding choices that seem free but are yours. Give people options that come out in your favor, whichever one they choose. Master the illusion of control, ensuring that every path leads to your desired outcome. Play to people's fantasies. Weave tales that captivate, leading others along paths paved with their dreams. The truth is often avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Never appeal to truth and reality unless you are prepared for the anger that comes from disenchantment. Use the allure of fantasy to guide others, creating realities that fulfill their deepest desires while advancing your narrative. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Engage with others as a locksmith skilled in uncovering hidden mechanisms of influence. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. That weakness is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion or need. It can also be a small secret pleasure. Unlock the potential of each relationship by understanding the levers of motivation that drive others, using this knowledge to enhance your strategic alliances. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Adorn yourself in the majesty of self-assurance, commanding respect through your very presence. The way you carry yourself will often determine how you are treated. In the long run, appearing vulgar or common will make people disrespect you. Cultivate an aura of dignity and authority, ensuring that you are seen and treated as the sovereign of your narrative. Master the art of timing. Conduct the symphony of your life with the precision of a maestro, each note of your actions resonating at the perfect moment. Never seem to be in a hurry. Hurrying betrays a lack of control over yourself and over time. Always seem patient, as if you know that everything will come to you eventually. You can play the game with utmost artistry, waiting patiently for the right moment to act, putting your competitors off their form by messing with their timing. It won't mean a thing unless you know how to finish. Do not be one of those people who look like paragons of patience, but are actually just afraid to bring things to a close. Patience is worthless unless combined with a willingness to fall ruthlessly on your opponent at the right moment. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Stroll through life's marketplace, your attention selective, focused only on attainable treasures. By acknowledging a petty problem, you give it existence and credibility. The more attention you pay an enemy, the stronger you make them. You choose to let things bother you. You can just as easily choose to not notice the irritating offender, to consider the matter trivial and unworthy of your interest. That is a powerful move. What you do not react to cannot drag you down in a feudal engagement. Your pride is not involved. The best lesson you can teach an irritating gnat is to consign it to oblivion by ignoring it. Create compelling spectacles. Direct scenes of breathtaking impact. Your visions unfolding on the grand stage of your making. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create the aura of power. Everyone responds to them. Captivate and control through the art of spectacle. Each act a testament to your creativity and power. The bold move makes you seem larger and more powerful than you are. Think as you like, but behave like others. Mingle at gatherings with a chameleon's grace. Your true thoughts cloaked by conformity. By fitting in, you neutralize the envy others might feel. Navigate the social terrain with subtlety. Your inner uniqueness safeguarded by a veneer of similarity. Stir up waters to catch fish. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. If you can make your enemies angry while staying calm yourself, you gain an advantage. Put your enemies off balance. Find the chink in their vanity through which you can rattle them and you hold the strings. Utilize the chaos you create to gain insight and advantage. Your calm demeanor, a contrast to the disarray you orchestrate. Despise the free lunch. Navigate transactions with the sharpness of a seasoned trader, knowing that true value is earned. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. Cherish the fruits of your labor, understanding that genuine rewards are those for which you have strategized and toiled. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. It would seem easy for a son or successor to build on the foundation left for them. In the realm of power, the opposite is true. The pampered, indulged son almost always squanders the inheritance. For he doesn't start with a father's need to fill a void. As Machiavelli states, necessity is what impels men to take action. Once the necessity is gone, only rot and decay are left. Having no need to increase your store of power, you will inevitably succumb to inertia. Power depends on appearing larger than other people. When you are lost in the shadow of the father, the king, the great predecessor, you cannot project such a presence. Privileges at birth are impediments to power. Only the weak rest on their laurels and dote on past triumphs. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. In the fields of influence, Recognize the pivotal figures whose fall will disperse the flock. Trouble can often be traced to a single strong individual, the stirrer, the arrogant underling, the poisoner of goodwill. If you allow such people room to operate, others will succumb to their influence. Do not wait for the troubles they cause to multiply. Do not try to negotiate with them. They are irredeemable. Neutralize their influence by isolating or banishing them. Act decisively to maintain harmony and leadership, your actions ensuring the cohesion and direction of your collective endeavors. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Weave your influence gently among those you wish to lead. Your guidance, subtle but profound. Coercion creates a reaction that will eventually work against you. You must seduce others into wanting to move in your direction. A person you have seduced becomes your loyal pawn. Shape the perceptions and desires of those around you, their allegiance a testament to your empathetic strategy. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Reflect the actions of your adversaries. Their strategies mirrored back to confound and destabilize. The mirror reflects reality, but it is also the perfect tool for deception. When you mirror your enemies, doing exactly as they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. Use reflection as a form of subterfuge, your true intentions obscured as you mimic and mislead. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Plant seeds of transformation within the gardens of the status quo. Your innovations sprouting gradually. Everyone understands the need for change in the abstract, but on the day-to-day level, people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and will lead to revolt. Cultivate change thoughtfully. Your reforms accepted as natural progressions rather than disruptive upheavals. Never appear too perfect. On the stage of life, perform with excellence but allow the curtain to occasionally slip, revealing flaws that endear and humanize. It is smart to occasionally display defects and admit to harmless vices, in order to deflect envy and appear more human and approachable. Engender trust and affinity by balancing your prowess with approachability, your imperfections making your strengths more relatable. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. There is a simple reason why most men never know when to come off the attack. They form no concrete idea of their goal. Once they achieve victory, they only hunger for more. To stop, to aim for a goal, and then to keep to it seems almost inhuman. Yet nothing is more critical to the maintenance of power. The person who goes too far in his triumphs creates a reaction that invariably leads to a decline. The only solution is to plan for the long run. Foresee the clarity of the gods of Olympus, who will look through the clouds and see the end of all things. Assume formlessness. Become like water, adaptable and unconfined. Your shape dictated by circumstance rather than design. By taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Navigate through challenges with fluidity, your versatility keeping you elusive and undefinable. As we draw this meditation to a close, reflect on the words of Greene. If the world is like a giant scheming court and we're trapped inside it, there is no use trying to opt out of the game. That will only render you powerless, and powerlessness will make you miserable. Instead of succumbing to the inevitable struggles, channel your energy into mastering the game of power. The better you become at wielding power, the more profoundly you will impact your roles as a friend, lover, husband, and individual. Remember that ultimate power lies not in coercion, but in cultivating an environment where people are inclined to please you, where they grant what you desire willingly, making your power truly untouchable. Remember, the path to change is slow and demands perseverance, a measure of fortune, self-sacrifice and patience. Dismiss the fantasy of sudden transformation, which promises to alter one's fortune without effort. Such wealth is ephemeral, for it lacks a solid foundation. Never let the pursuit of money distract you from the true essence of power. Make power your primary ambition, and wealth will naturally follow. Leave the illusions of El Dorado for those who do not understand the value of real power. As you incorporate the 48 laws of power into your daily life, remember, the world within you will create the world around you. Let this understanding guide you as you navigate the complexities of your interactions and the decisions that shape your destiny. Take a final deep breath, letting the insights of power and influence fully absorb into your consciousness. As you open your eyes, carry forward the mastery and wisdom you have cultivated, ready to transform both your internal landscape and the world around you. Remember, with all great deceivers, there is a more worthy occurrence to which they owe their power. In the actual act of deception, they are overcome by belief in themselves. It is this that then speaks so miraculously and compellingly to those around them. Thank you for watching our 48 Laws of Power meditation. For more guided meditation, don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel.